What if I told you this side hustle gig app is one of the most boring, predictable gig apps there is? But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you want predictable pay. This is Amazon Flex, where you just have to deliver like a lot of these other platforms in the gig economy. Now, Ryssa's attempting her first ever shift as an Amazon Flex driver. But you can't qualify for tips. That's number one. Number two, you might do more stops per hour, so consider that. But you get predictable hourly pay. So you can sign up for a route and you're good to go. You don't have to wait for offers to come in. But is all of that worth it? As someone who's done Flex for years and frankly has not seen a lot of changes, new features for Flex drivers, let's find out, is Amazon Flex actually worth it?
I've done an Amazon Fresh delivery,
grocery
delivery before, and this was
so there's grocery if you prefer grocery, Amazon
but
Fresh.
I've never done an Amazon Flex
warehouse
package delivery. So I want to see how it goes. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna post on the screen.
Oh, there it is. 4-hour shift. What is that? 118. That sounds pretty decent, actually. $29.50 an hour. So this is basically what you're going to see. So here's what I see in Pittsburgh, and it'll tell you which warehouse, because you might have more than one pickup spot, warehouse in your marketplace. It'll show you the start and the end time, and it'll show you basically the flat pay. $118 for a 4-hour route. I imagine that's going to be what? Maybe 15 stops an hour. So she's going to get 60 packages or so.
It says up to 50 packages, which I don't know if that's just the normal standard or what.
Oh, it tells her
up to 50 packages.
Up to 50 packages?
$118 for 4
That would
hours.
not even be that bad. 50 packages divided by 4. So you're looking at what? Oh, I'm bad at math. What is that? That's not the worst stops per hour. But I've also had routes. This is why you consider subscribing. I've done gig work since 2015, just about 10 years now. I've had routes that were really low on packages. I can't remember the exact count. Let's say 15 packages. You feel like you're going to get done super early, but then you don't realize it is 15 packages because it is super spread out and far away as far as the stops in between those packages. Arriving to the warehouse. Nice. There it is.
Hi guys,
look for the Flex signs or Flex driver.
So we're about to figure that out right now.
She doesn't know where to go either. Got Flex, Amazon. Can we have some improved signage? Granted, this is from 3 years ago, but not much has changed since 3 years ago. I've done Flex for over 3 years. I think 7 or 8. Let's improve the signage for Flex drivers at all of your entrances into that warehouse so they know where to go. She's getting her route code. You're going to scan the QR code on, it's usually a piece of paper on the outside of that rack that'll just assign the actual routes. And then you're going to scan each individual package as well, just to check it in.
My
Make
car
sure that
is
you're
full
picking up
of
all the packages.
I'm heading to my first
How many?
location.
How many packages?
I think I had 43 or 44
That's not
packages.
bad. That's like 10 stops an hour.
We'll see how this goes.
Granted, they're typically really clustered together,
kind of
so it sounds like a lot, but it's not really.
When I do with one package, it's going to tell me to scan it, which I have.
Scan the package out, correct?
Okay, I don't know what the hell that was.
Look what she's doing. Man, look. She's sifting through each and every package. This is exactly what I did when I first started. Man, it'll work. You can do this. You can sift through and look through every single package. It'll get easier as you go because you have less packages. But wouldn't it be a lot easier if you sort by stop number? Now, I realize in 2025, a lot of you have a driver's aid sticker. It's like a little yellow sticker. It will say stop 3, stop whatever, 40. I'm not sure if it says stop 37 out of 40, but you get the point. The recent shift that I did here in Pittsburgh, we had the yellow sticker. It said driver's aid, but there was no stop number. So check if you have the driver's aid sticker and make sure it actually has the stop number. If you don't have that, you can rescan each package. I know it takes some time, but you can do this. Just pull off somewhere, or if they let you do it at the warehouse. You go into itinerary, and then on the top right, there's a little barcode that opens up the scanner again. You scan the same QR code, I believe, or a barcode, and then it'll actually pull up what stop number it is there. And then you load in your vehicle by stop number. So last stop goes in first, deepest into your trunk, what have you. So you can just like open it, open the trunk, whatever, there's stop number 1. Or you could even put the first like 10, 15 stops right next to you in the passenger seat.
And I'm not really sure how I feel about these notes. It's called a calling box, dial 105 to let in. This is not that hard at all. Then it will ring for a phone number and we will give you access to come inside the apartments. It's feeling like I'm gonna leave it at the mailboxes.
Sounds a little passive aggressive.
I don't like that tone and that.
Right? The
message.
tone. It's not that hard, guys.
Yeah. I'll check back in.
Have you had delivery notes like that?
To be a butthead and
not even on Flex, just like other apps.
But it literally made me stand in front of their apartment in order to complete the order. Like they put this little radius
yes, they do.
outside of their door.
Something that has not changed in the 3 years since Ryssa's first shift here. I had this on my recent shift. This is big. Listen to this. So on Flex, they have a delivery radius. You have to be within that circle, the radius, to actually move forward with the delivery and complete the delivery. I had to walk towards the backside of a building with a recipient just to be in that circle. Super frustrating. Now we're a team here. Thank you. I'm one person in one marketplace. And you told me, well, like turn off your cellular or whatever it is or something, and you can change, you can like drag that circle and move it to a different area of the map. So let me know if you do that. I'm just telling you what the Flex app tells me to do.
I don't know how many miles. I wish it broke down the miles, which it may. I haven't looked into it.
I'm trying to remember.
I paid $29.50 an hour. $29.50 for 4 hours of work.
What was the mileage though?
That's decent.
Now, you should always track your miles, because imagine this, like Ryssa didn't know the mileage. So when you're working, let me ask you, are you tracking your mileage? Because you can use that, by the way, as a business deduction come tax time. It'll offset your taxable income. That's very valuable. And then even working on Flex, yes, it pays $29 an hour, but how much are you getting paid per mile? If you're not tracking that, you won't know. And then let's say it pays like $1.25 a mile. So you're getting the cash, but then you're spending the money on the miles in the vehicle. Whereas, is there another app that will also pay you a good amount per hour, but also per mile? So you're not just getting cash, but you're actually making money and not driving as much wearing down the vehicle. That's why I am launching ShiftMate. It's a new app specifically for you, the gig worker. Because if you don't know, if you're not tracking this, number one, you need to be tracking the miles, at least for tax purposes. I'm tracking that. I'm looking at the trend analysis. I'm looking at different apps. We have a compare apps feature. You can actually look at different apps, the qualifications, and if it works for you. It takes out that ambiguity of the things you can actually control, because you can't control like order volume per se, what the customers are doing. But check it out. There's a free version and there's going to be a premium option if you want to unlock those actual insights, trend analysis and stuff like that. ShiftMate, shiftmateapp.com.
Now is that, I'm going to see first. I don't think there is. I don't think it breaks down the miles. I'm not really sure the mileage.
Exactly. See, that stings. And it does not break down the mileage, at least on your earnings screen. It's very basic. It'll say, hey, you earned $118. Here was your shift. It does not track mileage for you. So Ryssa seemed to like her shift. And frankly, I have not really seen much change. That was 3 years ago. I started whatever it was, 7, 8 years ago. Fast forward to today, 2025. Not much has changed. So if you like that, a platform that's not changing things like every month, every quarter, then you can have the predictability of knowing what you're going to see when you open the app. The pay we talked about, if you can get a decently paying shift that's a fair hourly rates, but then you don't know the mileage. You don't know where you're going until you get there. But you might find, well, I'm thinking not even tips as well, but you might find more success maybe on Amazon Fresh, grocery runs where you can get tips. So in 2025, Flex is still one of the most predictable as far as pay if you're looking for that in the gig economy. Not many other platforms you can sign up for a route, get hourly pay. We are seeing more of that though. More platforms experimenting with routed delivery. But Amazon has the volume, they have the routes. You'll just have to contend with that ambiguity. That's why it's not really a top 5, top 10 side hustle for me, because you don't know where you're going. You don't know the mileage, so just consider that.